Mr. Aresoya, if you can hear me, my question to you was, what specific strategies will the Ogun State government employ to ensure that the 1 million trees planted under this initiative survive beyond the planting season?
Well, thank you once again. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can now.
Okay, you can, yes. For us in Ogun State, I think that tree planting is for us the developmental imperative. It's an integral part of our developmental program. Looking at position in the state, the nation, as a highly industrialized state, one of the key things when it comes to livability in Ogun State is the tree planting to make sure that we run our system, we make Ogun State to be a more livable place for all. So it's a development imperative for us. And one of our strategies that we have there is to make sure that we're not just planting, we have to nurture. And it's already factored into budget provision for us in the Ministry of Environment. And most of these trees we are planting, we are doing most of these things with the private sector. The private sector is involved with most of the ones, the urban afforestation, for example. We have notable industries that are working with us, and that they are going to be, they are factoring the nurturing of the streets for the next 5 years into their own budget also. So that's one of our key strategies.
So, Honorable Commissioner, how does the government plan to encourage citizens to get on board, especially at the community level? Will they be paying them? How will this be sustained?
Well, there's a reward system that we have. It's not a matter of payment, it's a reward system. Once we do the planting now, you can see that on the day of the program, we handed over trees to communities development, CDAs, community development associations, and industries and institutions, establishments. And what we do is that we track those trees. And every year, coming from next year now, we're going to be giving reward for industries and communities that nurture their trees so well. And they are very, very encouraging reward that we'll be giving to them. And we make sure that apart from the reward, also we do a monthly evaluation of most of our trees. The one we planted last year, don't forget, last year was our maiden edition, and we inspected the ones we planted last year. They're still good. And there are people who have their names tagged along with those plants. On their birthdays, we remind them to come and look at their trees and see how their trees are doing. So we tag your name against the tree, and we remind you to come and look at those trees. So they're not just on the road, they're there as a family legacy on the street.
Indeed. Now, with illegal and indiscriminate tree felling still a concern, what enforcement measures will be taken to strengthen compliance with the existing forestry laws?
Well, talking about forestry laws, Ogun State is the only state in Nigeria that has a Ministry of Forestry. And that underscores the importance we place when it comes to conservation of our forest covers. The Ministry of Forestry is so concerned about this, and on implementing our laws is one of the key things, one of the key strategies that we're using in this. We've recruited so many of these are forest guards in most of our forests. So hardly do you have forest in Ogun State right now without forest guards. And we have the Amotekun also that are giving us the backup for that. We have the law enforcement agents on the road. So if you are taking out any tree in Ogun State without the stamp, without the government stamp on it, then you'll be arrested immediately. So illegal deforestation is reducing drastically in Ogun State because of what these are institutional arrangements to ensure that we discourage this cover. Apart from that, we also deploy technology. We have the spatial measurement of forest covers, and you have them on digital mapping, where we see the green areas and we see the brown areas. So digitally, you have the rate of depiction right there on the desk of the Commissioner for Forestry. If you have any depletion without authorization, he is the first to see it and deploy enforcement team out there. So we're really concerned with it.
The Honorable Commissioner for Environment of Ogun State, Mr. Ola Aresanya, thank you so much for coming on Newsroom Series.
Thank you for having me.